My name is Mallory Quisenberry, and I'm the owner of Green Folk Collective. It's a revival of arts, culture, and the garment industry, and the main thing I do is make custom quilt coats, but I make all kinds of stuff. And the most important part is that I make old things new, and I make things that are gonna last and for people to enjoy for a really long time. Most of my childhood that I remember, I was growing up on a farm, and everybody that lived on that street was in my family. So it is like kind of textbook, kind of Southern. From a young age, that really, even though I didn't know it was shaping me, it totally was shaping me in the environment that I was in. I'm so lucky because I've been surrounded by like the best grandmas ever. All of them, my dad's mom, my mom's mom, and my mom's grandma, which would be my great-grandmother, who did all the quilting. She was somebody that I really admire for a lot of reasons, but one is because she took the initiative when she was having a really hard time and she had a lot of like personal things she had going on, and got into sewing, and there wasn't a quilting guild around at all. And so she got some ladies together and made her own quilting guild, and she named it something specific so that she could have people coming in from like Lawrenceburg and all kinds of areas. And so it became like this big quilting guild thing, and then she became the president of like the whole Kentucky one at one point. It's crazy to me because I only know her as this, for lack of a better way to put it, old woman. But she was a daughter and a wife and like a little sister and all these other things, and among that, like a very creative person who had wild taste. I was the first person in my family to graduate from college, and that was something that was really big for me. I remember after my first semester at UK, I was like, oh, I can do this. I can totally do this, and I can make the dean's list. In the pandemic, I was working in retail, and I also had just gotten an internship with the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, and then found out that the funding for the internship was cut because COVID. And I was like, okay, well, I'll still do it, but how am I gonna make this money? Because then I wasn't able to go into retail either. So from a place of desperation, I did just start selling like clothes on Instagram. It was Mal's Closet Clean Out. Well, then I was like, okay, bleach t-shirts are in, I'm gonna start doing this. And that was fun, and I have a lot of memories of being in my Newtown Crossing apartment, doing all kinds of designs. I'm like painting stuff. Well, then I had a really great opportunity, and Emmanuel Quickly, who was playing UK basketball at the time, him and I started going back and forth, and I started making stuff for him. That really helped me get a lot of traction too. So that helped me kind of diversify my target audience, and I sold a lot of vintage UK stuff, and that was fun. But I really liked the getting to make a one-of-a-kind thing. I just remember thinking like, oh, I'd like to start sewing, so I got a sewing machine, and it really just went from there. I basically, this is cliche, but it's like a meditative practice that has really given me a lot of peace in my life. I made a 3-week course where if you would watch like 15 minutes a day for 3 weeks or something, much cheaper than any other sewing course you can get, and hope that people buy it. I'm gonna spend months on this. And I did, and luckily it went over really well, and I made lots of friends even in New York. Like when I got to go to New York Fashion Week this past year, there's this really sweet girl that I have this online friendship with, and she came to the show, and she has taken the course, and from that, we became like really great online friends. So my friend Bree Bowers, who is an artist in Louisville, who I really look up to and has been a mentor to me, she had texted me saying, hey, last second, like, do you want to do a booth with me at Railbird? Everything just fell together and felt like it just had to be like, or one of those times where I just feel extremely lucky. So I have always had this idea to do some sort of a landscape quilt because my great-grandmother did a landscape quilt as one of her last quilts of her house. It's one of those things that if you just look at somebody wearing it, you don't really get to see all of it, and that's fine because it's also kind of like a seek and find, kind of like an I Spy, and like if somebody wants to actually look at it, they can look at it, and also I know, like, this one was really fun for me to make, and it was actually on display at KMAC for a little over a month too, so that was cool. That was my first time ever being displayed in a museum. I think it's more important than ever to refine what, as an artist or anybody in general, because everybody has some sort of creative thing, to think about what your taste is and what you actually like, because we're so like, there's so much information all the time, and it's like, what do I even like? Like, yes, I saw this on the internet, I like all this stuff, but like, who am I and what do I actually like? And that is the one thing that AI really can't replicate. It's like a personal taste. Even though I do consider this a sustainable business and focused on the environment, because it's a huge deal to me, and I think that it's super important, especially with fashion. At the same time, there's like a give and take, if that makes any sense. For it to be sustainable as far as me being able to do this and run a sustainable and successful business so that I can make a living and pay my bills, I would have to charge more. I can't make every single thing, so I will have to go and outsource and buy buttons. But it is important to just think of where you're getting your things. Like, I do try to be intentional about it. Sometimes the whole conversation about sustainability, even though it's been a big part of what I do, it kind of rubs me the wrong way because it's not accessible, and people who don't have all their other needs met, they do not care about sustainability. Like, it's a privilege, and I think that that is just as much an important part of the conversation as any other part of it. Advice I'd give myself, my future self, is to remember not just my why, but that it's important to make your day worthwhile. And I think it's easy to get caught up in a lot of other stuff that doesn't matter. And I think when I feel the best is when it's like, oh, that was worthwhile. And it doesn't have to be business or like creating something, but just, it could be anything. Spending time with people you care about, or doing something nice for somebody. Like, you can go to bed at night and think, okay, well, this was worth my time, this was worthwhile. And I think that that's where I find the most peace in my life and with all my decisions. So